Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is optibotimus coming with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Deluxe class, Strafe. As always, taking a look at the packaging first. As you can see, Strafe is a little bit different looking than the swoop character that he's, I guess, meant to homage, in the fact that he's got two heads, which I guess is an homage to where he gets his name from, Strafe, which was the Technobot that had the two dual cannons sticking out from him. But I still think he looks actually pretty cool looking. Nice packaging with the Transformers logo here, as well as the Transformers 4 Age of Extinction logo right up here in the corner. Cool image of them. Come around here, you see it's part of the Transformers Generation line. So more designed for the older fans out there. As you can see, it's 18 plus as opposed to like the 5 plus that we've seen previously. Come around here to the back, and it says, "This flying Dinobot strikes fear into his enemies when he swoops down on them from above." There is a sticker on here that is probably not going to be there in regular retail versions. I had to get this from Hong Kong, so that's probably not going to be there. But you also see Autobot Drift and Dinobot Slash, as well as Strafe's robot mode and his Dinobot mode. And according to this, he's a Pteranodon. He's just a two-headed Pteranodon. So beyond that, authentic Transformer. That's about it for the packaging. So without further ado, let's get him open and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have Strafe opened up and out of its packaging. And I'm really very impressed. Now, one thing that I will tell you is that out of the packaging, these tail things, which are very soft, very nicely painted rubber, are all twisted like this, and I hated it. So what I ended up doing was just literally taking a pot of boiling water, soaking these in there for a minute or something like that, then kind of positioned them how I wanted them, stuck them in the freezer, and now they're nice looking here, just being straight. So I would imagine that a lot of the figures are coming out like that just because that's the way that it's packaged, but there is ways that you can fix it. But this guy, despite being a very simple transformation, is actually pretty cool looking. You can see basically you have a two-headed Pteranodon. That's what they're referring to him as. That's what I'm going to refer to him as. And it plays off of the whole Strafe thing. If you remember from G1, Strafe was a not two-headed, but he had two kind of cannons on the top. So I believe that's where they're kind of going with in this whole character. Now there is a Toys R Us exclusive evolution pack that comes with this. I think it's a slight repaint of this figure, and it also comes with a little tiny mini-con sort of figure that's painted to look like G1 Swoop. What's kind of funny is on that package, it also shows G1 Strafe, so it gets people kind of confused. But I think the two-headedness is where they get the whole Strafe idea. I don't mind it. I think it's cool. It can always be swooped to anybody, but you can see very nice looking, impressive wingspan on this. I mean, you can see this guy gets quite long. I do dig the two-headed look. It's really neat. You got some nice articulation. It looks up and down. You can kind of get it looking in and out like that. Both of them kind of have a little bit of a swivel, so you can rotate it and get them looking like that. They also spin here at the neck, so there's some good articulation. The mouth on both of the heads do open. One thing that I would have loved to have seen, if this is a two-headed kind of creature, maybe there's a dual personality kind of thing going on. It would have been neat if like the heads were different, but I mean, we don't know how he's going to be in terms of the characterization. But really nice paint on here. I love this whole, like, you got like a dark blue, and then it gets a little bit lighter as it comes out. You got some nice black panels coming in here, and then it gets to this very light metallic blue. It's similar to the metallic blue that the tail here has. Really very nice. Now the wings, you can flap them. You can see these are his arms, so you can flap that. You can extend this out like so. They do rotate up here at the shoulder. The legs down here for his Dino mode move forward and back. They're on ball joints here at the hip. They don't really do too much here at the knee because it kind of locks in. A little more so in robot mode than anything else, but you don't have any real knee articulation there. I mean, I guess maybe little pivot, but the feet do move forward like that. So you can get them flying through the air with the greatest of ease. Something like that, I suppose. He does come with a crossbow weapon that you see the hole for it is on the back here, which kind of gets in the way of everything. You can peg it in there, but now you've created a three-headed monster. Okay, and then it's just one of those friction ones, so you just push it like that. I really like that. It keeps things a little bit simple. You don't have to worry about spring-loading gimmicks or anything like that. You just push your finger in there and boom, it shoots out, and it actually gets pretty good distance with it. So really very nice. He does have weapon storage here for his little blades. You can put them like this. The packaging shows it up like this. It gives it a little bit more of a G1 look. I actually like just leaving them along the side here, kind of flush with the rest of the wings. You can see some nice edges on the tips of the wings as well. I mean, I really do like this figure. People will probably complain because he's so simple to transform, but simple sometimes works for me, and this guy is definitely the simplest transformation of all the Dinobots that we've gotten so far. So to go ahead and do that, first we're going to rotate his legs and then spin him out like so. Take the little feet, bring that up, and you can see that there's a little slot in between the middle claw there, and then it nubs right up in there. So just give that a push, and that locks that into place right there. So do that again here, rotate that around, bring that up, lock that into place, and you have his feet done. Just come around here to the arms, unpeg these from the wings, rotate those down, do that here, unpeg, rotate that down. You can take the tail, and probably it's best to leave it up a little bit more. If you put it down, I guess it's a little bit more in the way. Rotate these around, just get the arm back up there, rotate them around where they're kind of folding in on each other like that. Maybe leave that out. I mean, it's your personal preference how you want to do that. I mean, you can even leave the wings up if you really wanted to. Then take these. You want to split these off to the side, then rotate these down. Oh, well, pull that whole thing off. And let's not do that. Pop that right back on there. So you're going to rotate that down and lay it along that side there. So there we go, rotate that. Just kind of nuzzle these up under his armpits, and then when you actually pull these out, you loosen up the head, so just pull that out, and here you have him. Getting him straightened up a little bit so he can actually stand on his own. Let's see, and that angle's back. Let's see, come on, get his arms, get that there, twist his head. I'm not good at posing, but you get the idea, and after you fiddle with him a little bit, here you have, oh, and his head just dropped down. Here you have Strafe, though, in his dinosaur mode, and as you can see, he's a little bit back heavy. It kind of creates a bit of a problem there. I mean, I almost like just leaving the wings out like that, honestly. I mean, keep that up. Gives it a little bit better of a balance sort of thing, and yeah, I really do almost like keeping them out to the side like that a little bit more. I think it looks a little bit better. But yeah, here you have him in his robot mode. And Strafe is really very fun. He just has the worst thing that a Transformer could possibly have. Here's his swords. He's got the gorilla arm thing going. And I absolutely hate it. In order to get his arms to bend this way, you have to put them just like so, and his wrists are now upward, so he's doing dumbbell curls. I hate when they do this. It is so incredibly annoying. The other thing that's really kind of funky is that they gave him a wrist swivel, but it just moves like this. So you're moving it up and down. You don't rotate it. If you could rotate it, that would make things a heck of a lot better. But you can't. And on top of that, you got the big ugly cavity here on his forearms. It's an otherwise really great figure turns to absolute dog crap because of those. I just absolutely hate it. I do not feel in this day and age of engineering that that is something that is excusable, that they could just completely leave out. It drives me insane. Now, like I said, I mean, your personal preference may vary. You can tuck these down like that. It gives them a little bit, I guess, smaller of a look, but I like leaving these out like so. I mean, I think that's a cooler look for him. But I guess doing it like that, it's more of a cape, I guess, kind of look. So your personal preference. I also really dislike the fact that these don't tab in to anything. They're loose, they're flippity floppity. You can have him be three-headed if you really wanted, but I wish there was like a little tab on the side that you could just lock it into his chest and be done with it, and leave it there and have it be secure. Other than that, I really like the figure. I think the paint applications are very nice. Yes, it's much simpler than any of the other Dinobots that we've gotten, but it still looks terrific, I think. Simple doesn't necessarily mean bad, I really feel. He can hold his crossbow, but then again, you can only get him going like that to shoot it, or you can have him go like that to shoot it, so it's really kind of silly. But I really do dig it. He's got this nice kind of knight helmet going. You do have some good ball jointedness on there, but when you push down a little bit too hard, you can get his entire head to sink down. The shoulders here move in and out, but again, they're attached to the wings, so when you move them, they move, but also the wings move. So you kind of have to hold the wing down to get it to swivel there. It moves in and out, rotates at the upper part of the bicep, bends at the elbow. You got that goofy wrist articulation there. He does rotate here at the waist. Hips are on ball joints, so you get a nice range of motion there. They also do rotate, but it's really tight. But the opening for the ball is really fairly large, so you almost don't even need to have that rotation there, but it's nice to have just in general. And then he bends here at the knee. There's nothing at the foot, which is kind of unfortunate. And as you can see, unless you really use these tail bits back here, he can sometimes be a little bit back heavy, and cause him to want to topple backwards. He doesn't have a very, I mean, he has a heel. I mean, you can see it right there, but it just doesn't seem all that sturdy based on how much back junk he has. But I really do like him. He does have some nitpicks, but the overall look of him is nice enough that I'm able to look past them. But those things really do kind of edge me the wrong way. He's a good deluxe size figure, but he is very easily transformed, so his engineering isn't all that substantial. But this is, as I said before, a case in point where you can have simple and effective still. So I really do like him. Now, to transform him back, you just take his head, tuck it down, bring these little head bits up, kind of rotate those around, and then take this section here and bring it all the way in, and then just straighten out his little pteranodon heads however you really want them. Fold these wings out just like so. Then you got the little nub right there. Lift the arm, and then you have to bend it like that. So you got a straight arm like that, and then just bend it a little bit to get it to fit up there, and then just kind of wiggle it around till you're able to find the little rectangular hole peg or hole section, and then just push it in there. Do that on this side as well. Line that up. Get that in there just like so. Rotate him here at the upper part of the thigh. Do that on that side as well. Rotate this section down and around. Do that on here as well. Bring that down and around. You can bring his feet up. And that's it. You can, like I said, you can take these wings. He also can hold them in his little claws up here, but why would you need to do that? Honestly, I just think it looks better keeping them here. You can keep them stored both in robot mode and dino mode this way, so it's your personal preference, but like I said, it's a decent, really decent looking figure, and I'm quite happy, honestly, that I picked him up. I just wish he didn't have those little nitpicks that always drive me nuts. So I guess bottom line is if you're collecting all of these, I think this is one of the weaker of them just in terms of the engineering, but it still comes across nicely to me. Scorn is still probably my favorite of the Dinobots, followed by Slug and then this guy, but well, Slug and Strafe here are kind of on equal footing, I would probably say, at least in terms of the deluxe figures. And if you're collecting these, this is definitely one that I would pick up and add to your collection. So as always, if you would like to check this guy out, go ahead and click on the link down in the video description. You'll go to Big Bad Toy Store where you can take a look at him. And if you can't find him in retail stores, or if you're having a hard time finding him, or whatever the case may be, BBTS is a real easy way to have it delivered right to your door. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Don't forget that you can keep in touch with me by liking my Facebook page at facebook.com/TeamBotimus, or by following me over on Twitter at twitter.com/Optibotimus. Also, don't forget to check out my new website at optibotimusreviews.com, where you can see all my videos from the previous week, as well as see what I have coming up for future release. And if you like this review, I would really appreciate it, guys, if you would rate, comment, and share this video. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.